Thank you everyone who are joining us on this webinar at procurementexpress.com. I'm Christophe Manger, I'm the head of product. As a core of our company, we take the hassle away out of company purchasing with magical features. So as part of the product team and together with the support team, the sales team, the marketing team, we look at what can we bring to you to make things easier. So we've been working hard this quarter on a new feature that is called Invoice Scan and Match. It's for accounts payable teams to help you take the hassle away around processing invoices. I have Benny here, head of our sales team, who's going to demo that feature for you. And then after that, we'll be open to take questions. And hopefully you'll like what you see. On to you, Benny.
Hi, good day, guys. Can you hear me okay? Just a little thumbs up would be great. Okay, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Christoph. Thank you, Gina, and thank you to the wider Procurement Express team for giving me the chance to present the new feature to the rest of the world. Really exciting actually, because they've been teasing me about this for a little while because I mentioned a few of my clients are looking for this additional feature. The feature is called the Invoice Scan and Match. What it's all about, it's being able to have your invoice either auto sent via email to your Procurement Express platform, or being able to scan the invoice and automatically match that with a purchase order for yourself. So, again, it's in line with the spirit of Procurement Express, which is to take the hassle away from you by giving you magical features that make you say wow. And hopefully we get a couple of wows, and hopefully it does that for you today. So thanks once more for giving me the chance to do that. What I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to try to share my screen and just show you it from maybe start to finish. And then maybe at the end, if anyone has a couple of questions, feel free to use the Q&A section to ask questions. I have the product team with me to support me with some answers. So on the technical side, they'll be there to support us. All right, cool. Let's share the screen. And again, please just give me a little thumbs up to show me that, you can see my screen okay. Is it good? Can you see the screen? Beautiful. Thank you. All right, cool. Excellent. So everyone should probably know this. This is your dashboard. It's like the landing page that you can set up for yourself in Procurement Express. And what I'm going to really quickly do is show you where it shows invoice. Can you see? This is where the invoice shows. So you can see the option to scan. You can see awaiting review, outstanding, ready to pay. So the new feature here, it's going to be possible for you to see if you go to your company settings here, you should be able to see this option here where it says scan invoice. That shows you that your system has been upgraded to have the invoice scan and match capability. So if you look on that, you click on there, you can see really quickly, it shows you email inbox alias for invoices. That basically means by changing the text here, you can pretty much change or customize the way you want that email address to look when you want to forward or auto redirect all your invoices to. So like, I know from speaking to a lot of clients, they have a specific email address where all the invoices go to. So what you could do is just set up an auto redirect from your specific email address to this email address or whatever you want it to be. So if you change it to test, for example, and you say it's save, it'll change up a little bit to show this is what it's going to look like here. Can you see the little change there? Let me just zoom in a little bit for everyone so you can see it there. But we'll keep it back to normal, like for the sake of this presentation. So once you have that email address, you can go to your email and literally type in that email address, put any subject you want, maybe write something cool like what I've written here, say I'm testing this to confirm the invoice scanning and the matching function is working. And then if you see here, I've got attached here invoice from Amazon. So all I need to do now is click send. Once I click send, I can go back in here and come to my invoice where it says awaiting review, and actually I'll see that there. Really quickly, if you look close and you're thinking, okay, what is the rubberstamp.io domain? That's some of our OG clients, as we like to call them, will know what that is. That was our former name as one of the domains we own as well. But yeah, so once I've sent that through, or once I've set up the redirect from my email address, I go to await and review, and really quickly, you can see this here now. It's actually come through already. You can see the invoices here available. And if you click on it, you can actually see the details of it. So yeah, look at this. In the history tab, it shows you, okay, at this time, which is literally now at 1:07, this invoice that you can see right here was received from this email address, which is my Procurement Express email address. And if you look closely as well, you can see at the bottom here, it shows you the comments that I wrote within the body of the text of the email, where it says, I'm testing this to confirm the invoice scan and match function is working. Actually, if you look really closely, it actually picked up my my signature as well, which is really cool, I think. And what you can do now is you can actually compare to see, okay, is it matched up with the right PO? Because if you see purchase order, it's actually connected it to this purchase order for you automatically, because it's read the details of the invoice and it's actually created that and say that this should be linked to here. If you want to maybe look at it in detail, if you click on edit. So I've clicked on it I clicked on edit just to look at it in a bit more detail. I can see it's created an invoice reference for me. It's created a date issue, which is actually matching up with the invoice date issued. You can see the supplier is Amazon because it says Amazon. And you can see it even gives you an invoice confidence score, which I think is really helpful because it's telling you that, you know, the system is actually using AI and it reads and learns as you use it more and more, but it's telling you that it's confident this is 100% of a match. And you can confirm that by comparing it together to see, okay, let's say best items, it says quantity free. Where is the quantity free? The amount 609, you can see it there, 609. And the unit price is 203. It shows it up there. So you can do the same for everything there. And the total amount actually matches up there as well. So you can feel confident using it. It says invoice, you see here, the little toggle here, it says invoice without PO. It says no, because it's actually automatically linked it to this PO. So that's really cool. So you can save it, you don't need to edit it because it's all perfect. But another cool thing is, because it's giving you the opportunity to review it to make sure it matches up. If you want to, you can accept it now. And if you click accept, it means you're happy with the work it's done. And then it gives you the option to actually go onto the purchase order, or if you wanted to go to actions, you can edit it there. But if you go onto the purchase order, you now be able to, you know, finalize this by going to actions, and you can either edit this, you can receive item, or you can even pay for it. So that's one option. Getting your invoice directly from your email address. Another option you have here, if you go to invoices, you can actually click on scan invoice. It says here, you can select what type you want to do. It's invoice, receipt, or purchase request. You just choose a file. So here it goes straight into the files I have. I've chosen the invoice here. I open it, and then I click on upload. It takes 1 second, and then it's uploaded there. Again, it's giving me a confidence score because it's looked through, it's linked it to a purchase order, which is here for you. And it can actually tell you that, yes, everything matches up perfectly. Let's say, for example, this wasn't linked to any particular purchase order, or it gives you a confidence score that was a bit below 100%, and you wanted to be able to actually link to maybe a specific PO. So you click link item to a PO. It gives the option to deselect this current purchase order is already clicked or linked it to, and you can search by specific keywords or PO number. And then once you find the one you're happy with, you can actually maybe use, you know, the toggle to pull and push different line items to match up together. And then you click link. Well, I don't need to do that because the system is working perfectly and has linked that together for me. So in total, that's how simple it is, and that's how it works. So you have more than one capability with that invoice kind of match. My favorite one personally is the one where you can just auto redirect all your invoices from your email, meaning it does the job really. It stops you from doing the double work. Just set up once, it pushes it through. You have the confidence score there to let you know it's there. You can review it, accept it, and move it on to the next step. So yeah, that's it really. I'm gonna pause sharing my screen for a second and see if we have any questions in the Q&A section. And also, I don't know if you guys can unmute yourself. If you had any questions, you can actually fire those away to us as well.
Hi, Benny. I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does this feature is this already in production or is it a separate add-on for the whole product?
Yeah, that's a really, really, really good question. So I actually had a question like that yesterday from my client because we showed that to a client on the demo. This feature is actually almost completed production. We have a couple of clients who are already using it on the beta version, and it's going to be available to everyone by the end of the month. Of course, you know how it is with Procurement Express. We're constantly evolving. So we're going to listen to what the client has to say. And if there's any little tweaks that we need to make to please the client, we're going to constantly keep evolving that system. Because like you know, we want to be your long-term strategic partners. And our focus is to take away the hassle for you by creating magical features. So short answer, yes, it's available for everyone now. And long answer is yes, it's available for everyone. And it's only going to keep evolving and get better. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, early access is available. It's Procurement Express. We make your life easier. So if you need it now, we can make it available to you now. I mean, a quick example of this is I spoke to a client last week who had the privilege of demoing this a bit early, and they wanted it straight away. So what we did is we got Christoph and Gide on a call with them, and this was on Thursday. And as of today, they already have the feature available for them. So yes, early access is available. Let me see if there's any more question. Can you explain how the OCR technology is used in this feature works? I can try to explain that from my little knowledge, but also I'll also allow Christoph to jump in. So from my understanding of how the OCR capability is working is we built sort of some technical stuff in the background that basically reads each line item and tries to connect it with the purchase order to make sure it matches up. So it reads whatever it's in your PDF, but also pulls your PDF across and then helps you to create those details line item by line item. But I also know that in the background as well, those technology have AI capability, which means they're constantly learning. So let's say, for example, you upload several invoices into the system. After your fourth or fifth go, the system actually recognizes how you like the system to work for you. And then it makes those adjustments to suit your individual company. But maybe Christoph or Gide can jump in here and try to explain a little bit about how the OCR technology works here.
Sure. So the OCR technology is a very good description, Benny. Thank you. It is indeed magical, but quite simple behind. It's a technology that recognizes the content of the files, transform that into text. There's some AI machine learning behind that automatically detects and categorizes the text so that it can then tell you this is the name of the supplier, this is the name of the product, these are the prices, the amounts, etc. And of course, our documents that we produce have many formats, many ways of presentation. Those systems learn from that, and that then helps give better results as you move forward. And when you have other invoices coming in, you've got a better recognition of that invoice so that we can match it then with a purchase order.
Amazing. See, that's why it's good to have the technical people on the call. Excellent. I'm going to look through. I see another question here. It says, will these invoice integrate with QuickBooks Online? Absolutely. Once you click the button that says approve, basically that's what's going to trigger the integration with QuickBooks and automatically push that through to your QuickBooks Online platform. Just the same way, you know how it would normally you create a purchase request, it comes through to the right approver, the approver clicks approve, and then that PO is actually pulled through to QuickBooks. It's the same scenario here. Once the invoice is reviewed and approved that it's correct, it automatically pulls through to QuickBooks for you and automatically, again, syncs up, you know, with the purchase order for you. Quick question here for you, Christoph. It says, can I export standalone invoices?
Yes, you can.
Amazing,
It's the
amazing.
same. It's the same model of our other invoices attached to purchase orders. So our reports work also for these invoices.
Amazing. And another question here that just came up right now. It says, what happens if an invoice sent to an email address cannot be matched to a PO? Does that mean the invoice is automatically created as a standalone because it can't connect to a PO?
Well, you'll find it in the in the same list awaiting review. It cannot find a PO, so indeed it will be a standalone. It won't have a PO attached to it. But this is where you go and edit and go and search. You can go and search for yourself which purchase order it is linked to, and create LinkedIn.
Okay, but if there's no PO for it, it'll just stand alone by itself.
It can live standalone by itself. Yes.
Perfect, perfect, excellent. And I'm looking through. So it says, is there an extra fee for this? Well, that's the great thing. The different packages that you do sign up for with Procurement Express will give you the capability of having this. And then the thing is, the more you use the system, then the system actually trigger you to maybe look at the higher package, so it gives you more allowance. But every single package will give you the capability, from the small business to the standard package to enterprise level package, will give you the capability to have this functionality. And then depending on how much or how many PO you use, or how many times you use this capability, then there might be a slight fee associated to that. I hope I answered that question for you. It made sense, whoever asked that question. Cool. Excellent. Any more questions, guys? Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that was... Go ahead, Jide.
I was just going to add that another benefit of the email is if you want to send multiple invoices, you don't need to send one invoice per email. You can attach 10 invoices to one email, and it will create 10 invoices for you and match all 10 invoices to their corresponding purchase orders. You don't need to do one invoice per email. You can do multiple invoices. Each attachment is read as a single document. That's another thing that will come in handy if you handle plenty documents.
That's actually kind of cool. That was nice. Is there an attachment limit? So what's the maximum attachment limits?
With whatever limit you have on your email, I think Gmail does 25 MB. So that if your documents don't exceed 25 MB, we're good. We take it.
Okay, cool, excellent. So it just depends on how big the space is for each email sent, basically. So if you have like a million that's under 25 MB, it'll read that.
Oh yeah, we'll take it.
Okay, cool. That's kind of wow. I do this all the time, but I'm the one saying wow, that's great.
But I mean, how many email clients give you more than that though?
I know, but that's exciting. That's really cool. That's actually really cool. Nice. Okay. Cool. Well, that's a great note to end this meeting on. I just want to say thanks again, everyone who made the time to jump on this call. I think we might have a copy of this available on our Procurement Express YouTube channel. So if you missed this, feel free to jump on it, or if you want to recap this, feel free to jump on that again and maybe leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Cool.